talk about my most memorable clinical experience of spring semester 2019. I'm with Jasmine at UNEAT room on campus. It is awesome there. She's great. I love the people that I'm with. I liked working with the hockey team. I liked working with girls lacrosse. I liked working with all her athletes. They were great kids, and they really respect her. So I'm learning a lot from how to um, react and handle situations that she does the way that I like, or things that I don't like, and take those and run with them the other direction and say, okay, these are things that I won't do in my future. So the most memorable experience was definitely when one of the athletes on Wentworth broke his femur during a hockey game. So it didn't seem like anything special at first. The kid skated into the boards and got hit and knocked down, and we all kind of followed the puck the other direction, and then all of a sudden it was just him on the ground screaming. And so I ran over and got Dr. Marr. Jason ran over and got Jasmine, or vice versa. And we got out quickly. We got the Wentworth AT, and it was a quick setup. I got a splint bag from the AT room because I couldn't do anything because I had recently hurt my shoulder, so I was not allowed to go out on the ice. But they actually had to scoop stretcher him and put him onto a spine board, and then for the EMS to transport him out. The whole process, I would say, went incredibly smooth. It was good for me to see some situation like that was incredibly difficult to handle and tough to see and tough on the athlete and tough on the fans, and it was packed. It was a very well done situation by them. Dr. Marr got led onto the ice through one of the sides, and then Jasmine and the other AT walked out by some of the players. And they met the kid, took off his skate and pads, and just checked it, and it looked like there was a second knee midway up his femur. The kid was screaming in pain, obviously incredibly uncomfortable. So they as quick as they could, they laid him back, put the splint on him. Dr. Marr did an incredible job handling the situation. And then when EMS got there, they actually even tourniqueted him before taking him away, just for safety, because that's one thing that you would not want to miss, is a blown artery or something like that could have happened with the injury, and it would have been a quick death. Honestly, that would have been horrific. So they handled that very well, and then they got a successful first try. Great job spine boarding. They scoop stretchered him up, put him on the spine board. EMS rolled him away, and that was the whole spiel. But it was honestly pretty amazing to see. Like, you hear about femur breaks and you hear that they're horrible. Like, that's one thing that I would never wish on anybody. But I think that's an incredibly important thing for me to have seen in undergrad, where I can learn from my situation and not be the one in charge of handling that. I also learned how important good communication is, how important being in contact with security, building managers, team docs, other ATs, everybody there plays a huge role in making that successful. And so UNE did a really nice job with their EAP, and got this kid quickly out the door, all things considered. And yeah, that was a pretty eye-opening experience for me, because, that's one thing you don't really expect to see a lot of the time. I feel like there's a lot of people that, go in expecting that they're just going to see a bunch of ankle sprains and things like that, but we really do deal with these acute injuries, and I'd be very curious to see how the AT back at Wentworth is handling him with his surgery, because it was a spiral fracture, and all these other factors, and his mental status going into next season. It's going to be, I'd imagine, tough for him to play hockey again. So that was definitely my most memorable experience for spring semester. I very much enjoyed my time there and at UNE in general in my 4 years. Thanks for everything, Chris. I will see you soon.